Coming up tonight, Tesla cars are set to make their debut in Singapore after getting final approval from the authorities.
Fancy a super penthouse with 24 bedrooms? It could be yours for $138 million. What a bargain!
And a lesson learned the hard way. This viral video reveals what happens when a teacher's Zoom call goes wrong.
This is the Straits Times Newsnight. I'm Dylan Ang.
I'm Chelsea Ann. Great to have you with us this Monday evening. If you've been to the petrol station lately to fill up your car, you might have noticed that prices have been rising.
In fact, they have gone up to what they were before the circuit breaker, hitting their highest levels in almost a year. According to Fuel Kaki, a litre of the popular 95-octane petrol is now retailing at $2.19 at all stations except SPC, which is charging $2.15. Between April and June last year, pump prices fell to their lowest in several years, with both 92 and 95-octane grades slipping below $2 a litre. But pump prices started creeping up as soon as the Singapore economy reopened in July.
Now, for those of you who are thinking of making a switch to electric, well, Tesla is set to relaunch in Singapore. The electric car company run by American billionaire Elon Musk has secured approval to start selling its cars here.
According to the Land Transport Authority's fuel economy comparison site last week, both the Tesla Model 3s were given the Best A1 Vehicular Emissions Scheme banding, which entails tax breaks and rebates. Observers reckon the two cars could be priced from $145,000 for the Model 3 Performance and $215,000 for the Model 3 Standard range. Tesla first set up shop here in mid-2010 but left in early 2011 because it failed to secure green tax breaks.
Real household incomes in Singapore have fallen for the first time in more than 10 years. According to the Department of Statistics, the median monthly household income from work fell by 2.5% in nominal terms from $9,425 in 2019 to $9,189 in 2020. After taking into account inflation, this works out to a 2.4% drop in real terms, the first such decline since the 2009 global financial crisis.
As for Singapore's COVID-19 situation, 2 new locally transmitted cases were among the 22 infections reported today. Now, both were in the community with none in foreign workers' dormitories. The remaining 20 were imported. Over in Chinatown, there was a long queue today as COVID-19 surveillance testing was extended to stall holders, shop owners and food delivery workers in the area. The Health Ministry said the tests are being offered as these community groups are expected to interact more frequently with members of the public during the festive season.
Other stories we're watching tonight, Myanmar has declared martial law in 7 townships in Mandalay. This comes after protesters took to the streets for the 3rd straight day, demanding the release of elected leader Aung San Suu Kyi. In the capital Naypyidaw, police used water cannons on protesters, with thousands of people joining another day of nationwide demonstrations against the military's removal and detention of Ms. Suu Kyi. Police appeared to stop using the water cannon after protesters appealed to them, but the rally continued.
Over in northern India, at least 18 people are confirmed dead after a chunk of glacier dislodged and unleashed a devastating flash flood. Officials said some 200 people are unaccounted for after the glacier broke and swept away a hydroelectric dam. Military personnel were deployed to the Indian Himalayas today to help in the rescue efforts.
Now let's take a look at what's been trending on social media today. Up for sale? 5 Marina Bay penthouses, which may be combined to create a 24-bedroom unit, is now on sale for $138 million. When combined, they will create a super penthouse boasting 28,258 square feet of strata area across 5 stories, with a combined 24 bedrooms and a 25-meter rooftop pool. The combined property will be bigger than the 21,108 square feet super penthouse at Relic Residence that was recently sold by the Dysons.
If a penthouse is not your thing, how about this? But blink and you might just miss it. Wedged between a hairdressing salon and a clinic, London's thinnest house could be yours for a cool $1.7 million. Measuring just 1.6 meters at its narrowest point, the unusual 5-floor house in Shepherd's Bush was built sometime in the late 19th or early 20th century. Originally a Victorian hat shop, the dimensions of the house differ throughout, and if sold to a seller who meets its asking price, will have doubled in value since 2006. Get shopping, perhaps?
Now, before you panic, no, this isn't a scene from a horror movie. But take a look at these footage of blood-red water after floods hit a local batik factory in Indonesia.
Social media was abuzz with images and videos as the crimson-dyed water made its way throughout the village, south of Pekalongan in central Java. In fact, it is not uncommon for rivers in the city to turn different colours. Bright green water was seen during a flood last month. Speaking to Reuters, a local disaster relief official confirmed that the photos were real and said the colour should disappear once it mixes with rain.
Now, anyone out here with a cockroach of an ex-boyfriend or girlfriend you'd love to feed to a lizard? This Valentine's Day, the San Antonio Zoo is offering to help fulfill that wish. Well, symbolically at least. Backed by popular demand, the zoo is back with what it calls the perfect remedy for your broken heart, and all for just $5. At its annual second Cry Me a Cockroach fundraising event, you will be able to symbolically name a cockroach after your ex, and the zoo will serve it up as an enrichment treat to one of its animals. And the footage will be up on the zoo's social media pages for your viewing pleasure.
Wonder how many cockroaches will be named after you, Suen?
Well, not as many as you.
And in case you missed it, with Zoom meetings the norm for many people now, some may have found the transition to be less than straightforward. Here's the moment an NUS professor found out he had been carelessly muted after conducting a virtual class.
So did you hear from the first few minutes?
First few minutes. Yeah. Then from 6:08 onwards, your screen froze and we hear nothing from you ever since. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe I will redo this class sometime. Sorry.
In a YouTube video uploaded by Singapore Incidents, students can be heard telling math professor Wang Dong that he could not be heard for the entire duration of the lesson, which was a good 2 hours long. According to comments, students had tried to contact him by unmuting themselves and had even tried calling his mobile phone, to no avail. How unfortunate.
And that wraps up the Straits Times Newsnight. Do visit straitstimes.com to see more news and videos.
You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel by hitting the button below. Have a great evening. See you tomorrow.